Thank you. I hurt my fingernail this morning. Good morning, guys. I don't know where the volume button is, Rosie, because
it's right there.
we're in the opposite.
No,
I found it. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. Today is Friday. Welcome. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Hope you guys are ready to get this day started. Let's get it started. You want to sing, Rosie? My name is Yamiche JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you guys have been watching the show all week. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you've been sharing it with other people. And good morning, Cousin Carl. How you doing? I hope you've been sharing it with other people, because the more you share, the more you care. Good morning, Miss Trenda. How you doing? Say good morning to Trenda.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Margaret. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for joining so much. I appreciate you that Rosie's getting herself together, as y'all can see. I thank you guys so much for joining the show and taking time out every morning to join us as I know we used to be in office setting. Good morning, Charlene, but now as we travel to 40 minutes to Rosie's new high school because we love her so. So thank you guys for joining us. So we're going to start. Y'all keep laying in your prayers. She is sick today. So let's pray that she is feeling better. And she'll be back with us on Monday. And guys, we're thinking about doing a week of the morning show in the evening at 7:15. So if that sounds like something, yes, she is primping in the mirror, Cousin Carl. If you guys would be interested in seeing the morning show, the evening edition at 7:15. So for a whole week, instead of being at 7:15 in the morning, it'll be 7:15 in the evening. Let us know if that's something that you're interested in, or if you prefer the morning show. All right, so keep leaning your prayers. Rosie is going to read the quote for today. She didn't know that. Y'all see that face? All right, you got to come on over here so they can see you. Say good morning. Yes. And Rosie's upset because I'm making her wear a sweater to school because...
Well, I have a tank top on.
No. Okay, read the quote.
So, the quote for this morning is...
They can't hear you. She screamed. She was screaming at me louder than that. Oh my God, Bobby!
That is not what I sound like.
That is what you sound like. Come on and read the quote.
Anyways, we have to stop entertaining the people and get to business.
Okay, we're not entertaining. Let's get to business. Y'all hear? She said we got to stop entertaining the people and get to business. Like, I don't do work up in this piece.
Mom. Okay.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
The quote for this morning is, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it.
Can you read it one more time? Really, like, say it with some...
Stop looking for happiness in the same place that you lost it.
Say it one more time. Like, clear your throat, because I feel like you it's not all coming all the way through. Now, there we go. Say the quote. She done forgot it already.
Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it.
There you go. Thank you, Cousin Carl. Cousin Carl said, you're my mini-me. And I think that is so true, guys. We cannot look for happiness in the same place that we lost it. A lot of times we spend our time and our energy trying to convince ourselves and trying to convince other people to make us happy. Or, okay, thank you, Trenda. Well, you're busy, Trenda. You're busy regardless, honey. I can't keep up with you. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna do a special edition just for Trenda. But a lot of people, if you think about it, how many people stay in the same crazy relationship trying to make it work, trying to be happy, when it's the very thing that, it's the very thing that is causing their pain. Yes, you can use that. And I forgot who said it. Catherine somebody. Catherine Z. Because if you think about it, we are so, and it's not the other person's responsibility to make you happy, number one. And number two, if you stay in the same place, if the hurt is there and we're not working through the hurt in a productive manner, and then me trying to make it work and try to make it happy, it's only going to make me miserable, because guess what? You're the only one doing the work. Period.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. You're absolutely the only one doing all the work, and then you're still not happy. And we have to let go. I know I did a show on this. You have to let go of the self-validation. It's never going to come. They're never going to apologize enough. They're never going to say I love you enough. They're never going to do enough to make you feel better for what they did the first time, the second time, the third time. So if they apologize and that's all you get, you got to let go of the self-validation, because you cussing them out every single time until you feel better, so that they know the anger, hurt, and frustration you feel. A to the man, using my word, Charlene, it's never going to be enough to make you feel better. I don't care how hard you cuss them out. I don't care how and it's not even fair. That's right, Trenda. It's not fair to put that responsibility on them, because they can't. It's just not their job. We may compliment each other, but they can't feel that entire role. You leaving me already? All right, have a good day. Be peaceful. All right, love you. Have a good day. You want to read the quote one more time before you leave? Because we're talking about the quote. And then I'm going to go right into my thought of the day. As Rosie's getting the quote together to read one more time. You see that look? But that self-validation is never going to come if the cussing, the yelling, the screaming, the showing them, the comparing them, the I told you so's. I'm waiting on a quote.
Oh, I have it.
It's never going to be enough to make you feel better. And then here you are 10, 12 years down the line with the same situation, with the same hurt, with the same frustration, still trying to find happy. So, Rosie, what's the quote for the day as you leave? And don't you have a great day at school?
Stop looking for happiness in the same place that you lost it.
It's not going to be there. Anything, Rosie, you want to add anything before you go?
Can I add what I wrote on the board?
Yes, you can. Rosie she writes our weekly quotes for the family. And so, go ahead.
This week's quote is, lift your head up, princess, your crown is falling.
Lift your head up, princess, your crown is falling. Thank you, Rosemont. Have a good day. That was her quote for the family, for me and Courtney today, for the week. And that, again, comes into play with everybody's not going to make you happy. Period. So I ain't going to say they're not going to make you happy, but they can't be the sole reason or the sole purpose why. So today's Fearless Thought for today. And guys, make sure you keep Lynn in your prayers, because she is out sick. So she'll be back with us Monday. Thank you, Charlene. I'll tell Rosie when I see her this evening, when I pick her up from school. So the Fearless Thought for today is, and it's just it's a reminder that it's never, because I think we spend so much time worrying about when are we going to start something, when are we going to do something, how it's going to come to pass. So there's never going to be an ideal time. There will never be a perfect time. There's never going to be a okay time to start. You're always going to have a problem. You're always going to have some type of challenge. So why do you continue to put off your growth? Period. Because there's never going to, I would tell her that, Trenda, thank you. Why do you continue to put off your growth? The timing is never going to be perfect. Was the time, for some of us, we didn't plan children. I didn't plan children. There was never a perfect time to have a kid, but you handled your business. There's never a perfect time to go back to school, but it's something you want to do, so that you do it. There's never going to be I'm going to wait till the kids are grown and out the house so I have time to start my business. It's not going to happen. I'm going to wait until school starts back, or after the summer. I'm going to wait till the summer. I'm going to wait till I retire. Yes, growth is not convenient. what you have to decide is it what you want? Are you committed or are you interested? If you're interested, then you will allow circumstances and excuses to come in. But if you're committed to an idea, then there's absolutely nothing that will stop you. Correct, Trenda, like, trust me, I understand that puberty thing. I got 2 girls, well, you got a house full of boys and 1 girl, so I know you understand. And so there's never going to be a perfect time, guys. There's never going to be an ideal time to do what you want to do. You do have to decide, this is what I'm going to do. And I have to do it right now. You have to be unreasonable in chasing your dreams. You have to be unreasonable in wanting success in your life. And you have to be committed to making that happen. Because we all can offer, and at some point, we have to decide, is it an excuse or is it a reality? Like, is it something really that's stopping me from doing it? Or is it an excuse because I kind of want to do it, but it's going to take way more energy than I have right now. So I'm not going to put anything to it. I'm just going to wait until something else maybe falls off. But by the time something else falls off, something else is going to come on. So I will share, y'all know it's confession. We do true confessions and conversations here on the morning show. So I'll share with you guys. Of course, some of you already know that some of my inconvenient, unideal times, that I had to do something about my situation. And I knew that nothing was going to be perfect. It just wasn't. When I left my abuser, it was not a perfect time. I had no money. I had no car, had no place to go, and my family was 400, almost 500 miles away. At this point, my family was 500 miles away. I didn't even have a phone to contact them, even if I wanted to. All I had was a 7-year-old and a 3-month-old preemie who weighed 4 pounds, who had been out the hospital exactly 30 days. That's all I had. That time was not ideal. It was not perfect. And it wasn't perfect when I ran out the door to the car whose front wheel fell off and only held $3 worth of gas with no tag, no registration, and no insurance. It took me a good 200 miles to the next city where I knew somebody. It's never going to be a perfect time. But when you are determined that what is can no longer be, then you will do something about it. Regardless of the time, regardless of the situation, regardless of what is in front of you, you have got to do something about it. Sometimes, all the time, your faith requires you to see something that is not there. At that time, in that situation, I did not see my life. I saw death of me and my children. And my faith said that there was life on the other end. So I had to do something that was unreasonable, and I had to leave. It was not an ideal time. There will never be. And in the world of domestic violence, they would tell you, oh, make a safety plan, save some money, do this, make your connections. And sometimes, my friends, I had no control over my money or my phone or anything else. So there was no way for me to make any of that. And so I had to become unreasonable in what I was willing to do. Another example, and y'all, I'm sharing my crazy life because I'm the only live past crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? And I share this not because, I don't share my story for the pity or for, oh, woe is me. I share it because I want you to learn a lesson. I want you to learn something. I want you to realize that you don't have to live in this crazy. That is the only reason why I share my story. Another example, I'm living good. I have a great car, a house. Me and the girls are doing great. The economy goes bad and I lose my job. Then it's not an ideal time to pack up and move your entire family 300 miles away in the opposite direction. But I knew what I saw was not what it was going to be. And I was determined for it not to be so. And so it was not an ideal time for me to change career midstream. I had been healthcare forever and a day. And then to change it midstream, nothing was ideal. period. It wasn't ideal when I decided to go back to school with a 6-month-old and still a 7-year-old. It wasn't ideal when my family was still 400 miles away with no support system. I figured it out that if one of my girlfriends had a kid, her kid could babysit, I paid them, and you make it happen. Sometimes we put so many additional obstacles in our way that are not there so that we can say we can't do it. So we put obstacles there so we don't have to do what we know in our heart to do, because then it takes our responsibility off of us, and then we can put it on an innate object like, oh, I can't do it because I do this and this takes all my time. Or, well, you know, I commute and I do this. My commute, when I was going back to get my master's and PhD, my commute to work was 1 hour and 20 minutes one way. I had to drive 1 hour and 20 minutes, drop the girls off in one city, keep traveling to the next, come back, pick them up, drive 35 minutes in another direction, drop off my girls, and then drive 45 minutes in another direction, go to class to 10 o'clock, drive back, pick them up, and then drive back to work. I drove over 60 miles to go to school every day. Well, once a week. I made it happen. It didn't matter that there was no support system. My family wasn't around. All that I could see was, I knew that there was something different than what I was going to do. I knew it had to be something more than what I was seeing. And I was going to be unreasonable about expectations. And some of us are not unreasonable about the expectations that we have in our life. We have unreasonable expectations about everybody else's life. Like, I have an unreasonable expectation for this person to provide me happiness and joy. You have an unreasonable expectation for this person to be your friend. You have an unreasonable expectation for your children to fit into this perfect mold. But when it comes to yourself, you don't have that same unreasonable expectation. You allow yourself excuses, or, well, when the kids go away, or when this happens, and you allow yourself excuses not to do what you want to do. So today, I just want to remind you guys, it's never going to be an ideal time. There's never going to be a perfect time. It's just not. What the question becomes is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to be committed to do about that thing that is nagging you to death, that you wish you had time to do? That you was like, Lord, if I didn't have this and this, I would do that. Are those things really an obstacle, or are they just an excuse to take the responsibility off of you so that you don't have to do the thing that you are supposed to be doing? And I think that applies to all of us. It definitely applies to me a lot of times, because sometimes we can allow excuses to get the best of us. I can't do it. I'm tired. I worked hard today. You come home to kids and you got to feed, and you got cooking, you got cleaning, and there's homework. And heaven forbid, you know, if you want some me time or you want to watch a TV show, your whole day is gone. But at some point, you've got to become unreasonable in your expectations of things. And what are you going to do to accomplish that? So today, guys, on this Fearless Friday, I want you to think about what are you being what are you going to be unreasonable about? What are you willing to do today? There's never going to be an ideal time. It's never going to be a perfect time. So we might as well finish this week strong and get out there and do something that we've been thinking about, that you've been talking about, that you've been wanting to do. There's never going to be a reasonable time. It's never going to be ideal. It's never going to be, you can look at the most famous people, most influential people, and they will tell you that when they started doing the things that they were doing, it was often at a time when it was not ideal, it was not perfect, but your growth, if it's important to you, it doesn't matter what else you have going on. Because a lot of times we can, and I know I can say this, oh, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the time, I didn't have the support, I didn't have the friends, I didn't have this, I didn't have, and we can list out the things that we do not have. But once you remove those away, then you're left with, well, what are you going to do about that situation? What are you going to do? So today, guys, I want you to take some action today on this Fearless Friday. I want you to take some action on What are you going to work on? Because there's never going to be an ideal time. The kids are always going to want something. The husband's always going to want something. The wife is always going to want something. The job will always be demanding. There will always be a commute. There will always be community service. It's always going to be there. You are the only thing that can change that. So what are you going to do? What are you going to be unreasonable about in chasing your dreams? Because that, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. So guys, thank you so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show. Make sure you keep Lynn in your prayers. I hope she feels better. She is America's #1 rebound coach. Yes, she said it, America's #1. So she will be back with us bright and early on Monday morning. I ask that you just please share the show. If you know anybody that needs to live past crazy, have them come on over here and hang out with us. Of course, if you missed the shows, you can catch all the replays here on my page, or you can go over to our YouTube channel and catch all of them there. They are uploaded daily and by topic. So you can find a topic you want to hear about, and it lists both Lynn and I's topics, so you can pick a topic you want to hear about and share it with a friend or family member who does not have Facebook. So guys, I encourage you to do that, and then let us know. We're thinking about doing an evening show, do a trial evening show just for maybe a week instead of the 7:15 morning show. It'll be the 7:15 evening edition, just to see if that works better for some people, or if not, let us know your thoughts so that we can plan something. Don't forget, our 1-year anniversary is coming up in November. If you want us to come to your city to celebrate, let us know. I did do a poll, and I got a few votes, but not a lot, so I'll do another one so you guys can vote where you would like for us to come and do our 1-year anniversary. So guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Oh, don't forget to go over to the website, fearless.com, and make sure you join our newsletter so you can sign up for what we're going to do. Because if y'all remember, I got over my fear of the roller coaster. And Trenda, I got on the bucket at Six Flags. Trenda, and I told him the first time I was on there, I was in your lap crying like a baby. And Trenda actually recorded it, but I did so well this time, Trenda. You would have been very proud of me. And so next up on my JoJo Get Over Her Fear is zip lining and indoor skydiving. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter so you can come join us on those events. And somebody videotape it, because Lynn was so excited to laugh at me. She didn't know what to do, and we had the GoPro cam on, but with the roller coasters, we couldn't have all of that strapped to us. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. All my friends in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, please be careful with the storm. I hope you guys are all safe, and we will see you here bright and early Monday morning at 7:15. Don't forget to share the show. If you have any questions, suggestions, tips that you want us to go over, please make sure you send either one of us a message. If you need a personal cheerleader, please reach out to me. I will have a class coming. I think I'm going to be doing a free webinar at the end of the month on the 5 keys of how to live past crazy. If you're interested, send me a message with your email, DM me, and you can find me on all social media at Yanmitra. I'm the only one out there, Yanmitra JoJo Waters. So if you put in my name, I'm going to come up. But send me your email address, and I will put you on the list. It is the 5 keys to live past crazy. It's the beginner's edition. Like, these are the 5 basic things to stop your crazy right now, but you have to be willing to do the work. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Friday, and I will see you here bright and early on Monday. Have a good one.